Let's get to our strategy session. Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Xavier Becerra of California, Republican Congressman Brian Bilbray, also of California. Let's talk, Congressman, about immigration and health care reform. First of all, Congressman Bilbray, do you believe the president when he says nothing in his proposed health care reform legislation would benefit illegal immigrants in the United States?
Well, the Congressional Research Service just said that the president misspoke, that it specifically says foreign nationals, legal and illegal, can have access to the exchange, which is the backbone of the proposal. And if this was, if they wanted to guarantee that illegals did not participate, why not allow the e-verify and the verification of legal status before somebody gets into the program? I think that somebody's got to take the time to read the Congressional Research Service's report, which specifically says there is nothing that keeps illegals from participating in the program.
Well, that's the House version. That is not necessarily going to be the final version. But go ahead, Congressman Becerra. What do you say? Because the president was flat out yesterday when he said that there will be none of these proposals will apply to those who are in the United States illegally.
Wolf, I know Brian has a very smart mind and understands the language in the bill. I know he knows that the explicit language which says that no benefits will go to undocumented immigrants makes it very clear. I also know he knows that the CRS report that he mentioned specifically said that they don't qualify for any benefits. What it does say is that, like today, any undocumented could go to an insurance company and apply for benefits. They could apply for benefits. They would have to pay for the entire cost of those insurance benefits on their own. There would be no taxpayer subsidy. So Brian knows it. He's very much aware of it. But like that August recess, there are resistors and deniers who just won't move on, and we have to move on, and the president tried to make that clear.
All right, go ahead and respond, Congressman Bilbray.
Well, I mean, look, I think when you get down to it, the congressman knows not just once but twice the Democrats eliminate a requirement that you had to show that you were legally present before you got the benefits. And everyone knows that you can make a law and say all you want about, oh, no one can have access. But if you don't check, if you don't have verification, everyone knows it's open for fraud and abuse. We have over $600 million of health care costs just in my county in 1 year. That's the kind of abuse that you can see if you don't require checking. So why was the Democrats denying the requirement to check that people were legally present to give enforceability?
All right.
Not just
what's
once,
the
but
answer
twice.
to that, Congressman Becerra?
Wolf, again, I think Brian's smart enough to know the answer there. We have enforcement mechanisms in place required by law for all the different federal programs that someone might apply for these benefits from. And as a result, those things apply. Those particular verification methods already apply. Let's say we add a new crime to the crimes of felony. We don't, along with that legislation that makes something a new felony, also say, and by the way, this is the process to prosecute somebody for that crime of a felony, because we have in the books, in law, what it means to be prosecuted for a crime of felony. Another point, Brian, when you voted for the Medicare Part D prescription drug bill for Medicare's seniors to get prescription drugs, you didn't vote for a verification system in that Republican-sponsored bill that was signed by President Bush. Why? Because there was already a provision in place that called for verification of Medicare, as for Medicaid, as for every other government benefit.
Go ahead, Congressman.
That's why you don't have to repeat that.
First of all, I didn't vote for that bill. I wasn't here then. But this verification issue is why the president this month set a policy that all federal contractors need to verify now before they hire someone. This is, everyone knows that this is the gold standard. If you really want to stop and assure people that illegals are not going to get benefits, you have to have an enforcement clause.
Congressman,
this one is even the president is supporting when it comes to employers. He should support it also with these benefits.
Congressman Bilbray, your Republican colleague from South Carolina, Joe Wilson, when he said you lie, when he called the president a liar on the House floor on this specific issue of illegal immigrants getting access, getting benefits from these proposals, was he right?
I think the fact is that he was wrong to scream it out. Everybody knows that. But I think that you made the point, Wolf. I think the president was talking about a bill that he hopes to come out of the Senate, because he definitely wasn't talking about the bill that was brought up by the House by the two committees. I don't think the president was talking about a bill that not only once but twice denied the enforceability to make sure the illegals are off. By the statement he made, so clear and so strong, I'm sure that he's not aware that the Democrats in the House specifically blocked an enforcement clause that he supports
Brian, that's not true.
and is implementing
That's
this
not
year.
true.
I mean, this month.
I'll give you the last word. Go ahead, Congressman Becerra.
Well, again, come on, Brian. It's time to let go of the fiction. August is done. The fairy tales are over with. We need to pass legislation for the American public, and the American public has to hear facts. The facts are that no one has said no to verification. There is verification in place so that any public program that any undocumented would try to get access to, he would be denied because there is a verification system in place. You don't have to repeat it every time in law. Absolutely there is, Brian.
And
if we have us back on, Wolf, I'll bring you the citations.
All right. We'll continue this discussion in the days ahead. I don't think this subject is going away. Congressman Bilbray,
Well,
Congressman
I appreciate
Becerra.
it, but if it was in the bill, they would have left it in.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. There's still a long way to go before final language emerges from the House and the Senate. Guys, thanks very much.